Hi, welcome to StepsBallroom Online. This video will serve for our week 5 and 6 recap video for our Hustle 2 livestream class series. If you'd like to be a part of our livestream classes, you can reach out to us via email at dan@stepsballroom.com, or you can find us via our social media links, which are down in the description. Do make sure you like and subscribe, it really helps us out here. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you receive updates for whenever we post future videos. Now for this session in our Hustle 2 live stream class series, we're going to be adding a new pattern sequence, which is going to be Sweetheart into Straitjacket. We're going to start with the arm work before moving on to the footwork. So let's get started. So the first step for our Sweetheart into Straitjacket is going to be working the arm work. Now we're going to do this from a couple of different vantage points so you can see where we're positioning ourselves next to each other. But we're not going to worry about the specific footwork yet. Go ahead and just take fuzzy feet through this motion. So we'll start with our normal double handhold position. Our first gesture is going to be to bring our partner into us, beside us. And as we do, we're going to pull the arms down to the leader's right side hip to get our partner moving in that direction. We're then going to shoot the follower's arms up and bring both hands together above their head so that we can switch hands from our normal double handhold position to being on the opposite side. So we were leader's right hand to follower's left hand, leader's left hand to follower's right hand. We bring them in and switch, and now we are right hand to right hand and left hand to left hand. This is the Sweetheart moment of our Sweetheart to Straitjacket. We're going to let them back out, and as we let them out, we're going to bring the leader's left hand over top of the follower's head to bring us to a single cross motion with our partner. This will be left crossed over right for both partners. That's our first two measures of motion, bringing them into the Sweetheart and coming out to this position. The next motion is going to be similar to the double turns that we've done before. We're going to go around the follower's head and then drop one of the arms and then go around the follower's head again. But because we're in this alternate handhold, it's going to end up slightly different at the end. So we bring our arms over the follower's head as they initiate a double turn motion. I'm going to drop the left arm down, continuing around the follower's head with the right arm motion. And then at the end, I'm going to bring the right arm down over top, locking our partner in. This is the Straitjacket moment. Now at this point, we want to relax as much tension in the arms as possible so that we're not making this doubly difficult. We're also not trying to squeeze our partner by pulling too tightly in this point. The most important hand to make sure that you don't lose is that left hand to left hand connection on the bottom. So if the arms are difficult at this point, this bottom hand is the more important of the two. The top hand, as soon as it comes over top, we could be perfectly by the book positioned perpendicular to each other, but that's somewhat difficult. So you'll all be a little bit more offset in a diagonal here at that moment. From here, we're going to release this right hand. As soon as the right hand lands over top, we're going to release the right hand, and our partner is going to step forward and move out. So the follower's moving away from the leader, and we're continuing that bottom hand connection. As they move away, while they're moving away, we are going to reposition our bodies coming to their back with our right hand and bracing here. My left hand connection is still here loose in front of my body as I brace to their small of their back. I'm going to have them come back across in front of me here again, and we're going to lead another double turn. This double turn is going to be done solely with the left hand. The left hand is going to stay high through the whole motion here. So as the follower initiates a double turn, we go around their head once. Now as that's happening as the leader, I have to keep tracking with them so that I can keep up with them. As the hand comes around that first time, it's going to lift and go over behind the leader's head and shoulder and relax down onto their shoulder line. I'm going to bring my right hand underneath and brace the follower in that moment. And then I'm going to go ahead and let go. As soon as the arm comes down on my shoulder, I'm going to let go so that now my only connection here is the small of the back and the arm on my shoulder. Once we're in this position, we're going to move out into left turn, the pattern from Hustle 1. So I will ask for the other hand in front, and we'll move together in one left turn just to get the sense of our feet, of our balance together. I'm then going to release the follower out, going back to our normal double handhold position. Let's take that again from this angle so that you can see how we deviate from our standard slot. So our standard slot that we're switching places with our partner, we are instead going to shift to sort of that diagonal alignment that we get out of the basic, or out of the left turn pattern from Hustle 1. So as I bring them in, up and over to the sweetheart motion, out to the single cross motion, setting up for double turn. I'm going to go double turn around their head, dropping the left hand, around again to the straitjacket. As soon as I get here, I'm going to release that right hand, let them go out and move to brace them. And you'll notice that we're not in that slot so much anymore as we're on that diagonal line that we get from left turn. I start the double turn motion around the follower's head, tracking with them, bringing it over mine as I brace them again. Then I'm going to reach in front. We'll do a left turn motion together. And then I will release them out, regaining to normal alignment in our slot and normal double handhold position with our partner. One last time, this time we'll go all the way through without stopping in between the arm gesture parts. Again, this is a fuzzy footwork run. We're just trying to track the arm work with our partner. So we start here. We bring them into the sweetheart motion. We let them out to the single cross. We do the double turn into straitjacket. We release and move to brace our partner. We do the double turn and bring it over our head. We move with them for left turn. We release them out and back to standard basic, and then just loop into the next pattern from there. Now that we have the arm work, we're going to start tackling the leader's footwork first for this. The steps that we use to create the whole sweetheart and straitjacket are the same steps that we've used throughout this entire class. Our basic right turn or left turn footwork. We have the double turn footwork that we use to track our partner. And then we have left turn footwork from our left turn pattern sequence in Hustle 1. If you need slower breakdowns on any of these basic footworks that we've been using, track those in the videos where the original pattern came from. You'll find those in the playlist link at the top of the video. We're going to combine them to create this sweetheart and straitjacket motion. So as we're here, we have our first pattern sequence. The first measure as we bring our follower in beside his leaders is a prep step. So our measure 1 is, and 1, 2, 3. That's as we're bringing them in here. So, and 1, 2, 3, getting to that sweetheart position. Measure 2 is going to be the double turn tracking footwork that we used for double turn 1, 2, and 3 previously. So we'll go here and 2, 2, 3. So we've released them out and we're tracking with them to make the double turn easier for them. We're not having to reach quite so far. Finishing that double turn footwork on the third measure, and 3, 2, 3, coming over to the straitjacket moment. Now in normal double turn footwork, they're perfectly parallel to us here. Here they're going to be slightly angled into us, so you may have to keep your body a little bit more angled to get out of the way so that they don't step back onto your foot on the next step. But we're here in the straitjacket moment. Measure 4, we are switching to left turn footwork. The first step going into left turn footwork is normal. We switch into the left turn footwork on count 2 of and 1, 2, 3. So as we go into measure 4 here, we have and 1, 2, switching to left turn footwork, 3. We brace them on the back. I got my arm in front. We continue left turn footwork as we do the double turn motion here for the follower, and then bring the arm over our head at the end. So we'll have and 1, 2, 3, bringing the arm behind us at that moment. We're braced. We reach around to get to left turn. We'll continue left turn footwork for one more measure. And 6, 2, 3. And then on a 7, 2, 3, we're going to get out. We're going to release and 7, 2, 3, dancing out one more, and 8, 2, 3. That's where we're going to connect back to our basic step. So taking all that footwork into account here, the biggest challenge with this pattern for the leader and even for the follower is that while we're using basic footwork in this pattern, it's not symmetrical and there's no way of doing it or memorizing it in chunks other than just memorizing it as a whole. So again, measure 1 is going to be a prep in place. Measure 2, measure 3 are going to be that double turn tracking footwork. Measures 4, measures 5, measure 6, measure 7 will all be left turn footwork for the leader, releasing the partner out, and then measure 8 will be one prep in place to sort of just gather yourself before moving into the next sequence. Running that all together for the leader footwork, starting from the beginning, we'll do one prep step and then I'll move into the motion. So I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, and prep, 2, 3, and 1, bring them in here, and 2, 2, 3, and 3, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, and 6, 2, 3, and 7, release out, and 8, 2, 3, then reconnecting to new patterns from there. So our followers' footwork for the Sweetheart and Straitjacket, much like the leader's footwork, is going to be built out of the basic component footwork that we've been using since week 1 of Hustle 1. We're still going to have basic turn footwork both left and right, and then we will also have the double turn footwork that we've been using in double turn 1 and so on in our pattern sequences. Again, if you want full breakdowns of those steps in a slow, methodical method, check out the previous videos in the playlist link above. Just like with the leader's footwork here, our followers' footwork, it's not symmetrical in this sense, so we're just going to have to rote memorize which order these patterns are going to go through. Now, when you dance this with your partner, it's a little easier because you're going to get guidance as to which one's coming up next, but you're just going to link these one to one as we go through the motion. So as we're here, we step in. Our first measure is going to be a basic right turn. That's going to be our partner bringing us in beside them, moving us to the Sweetheart arm work. So as we're here, we dance, and 1, basic right turn, 2, 3, moving into the Sweetheart position. Another basic right turn to get out, and 2, 2, 3, with that arm coming up over top, and we're in that left cross position. Measure 3 is followers double turn footwork. So we're going to dance, and 3, scissor, step. Now at this point, he's brought the arm down over us into Straitjacket. So normally we would have finished that all the way to our parallel slot. But depending on how tight you're here in the arms, you might be on a diagonal line. We want to compensate for that here as they release us into the next step. So we're going to try and shoot to get back as close to that slot over the next step here for the 4th measure. 4th measure is a simple right turn. So they're going to release our right hand here, moving into the gesture, and 4, 2, 3. Our left arm is in front. Our right arm is free. We can style it however we want. He's got the arm bracing the small of our back going into the next measure. Measure 5 is going to be followers double turn again. So we did double turn, basic right turn, and now we go into double turn again here. And 5, scissor, step. And he's going to have brought our arm over his shoulder at this point. Our arm is still free. The leader's going to ask for it as we maneuver into the next step. From here until the end of the pattern where we prep in the final measure, we have simple left turn to finish the motion. The leader is going to move around us with the left turn footwork as we continue simple left turn going. And 6, 2, 3, and 7, 2, 3. He's released us. We've gone to double hand position with our partner. We'll prep out, and 8, 2, 3 to balance out with our partner. So just like with the leader's footwork, that's a handful because it's just pattern to pattern to pattern. Kind of have to just memorize the whole motion as we go. But it is still all simple footwork. Let's take that one more time all the way through without stopping. So I'm here, we're going to count ourselves in. We will do one prep step, and then we'll go through the 8 measures of the pattern. 5, 6, 7, 8, and prep, 2, 3, and 1, right turn here, and 2, right turn here, double turn, 2, 3, and 4, right turn here, double turn, 2, 3, left turn, 2, 3, left turn, 2, 3, measure 8, prep, out, here to hold. Now that we have the arm work and the footwork for that, we want to bring it together with our partners. Now this first run, we're going to walk through one measure at a time, showing the arm work and the footwork together. So taking our partner, our first step going into the motion is going to be a prep step. So we'll dance and prep, 2, 3. Measure 1, bringing them into the sweetheart position beside us. We have and 1, 2, 3. Measure 2, we're going to release the follower out, bringing the left hand over top. Leader is going to continue to do the double turn tracking footwork, going and 2, 2, 3. Measure 3, we start the follower through the double turn motion leading to the straitjacket. Leader continues to do the double turn tracking footwork, going and 3, 2, 3. As we drop into that straitjacket motion, again, we're not perfectly perpendicular to this, so leaders, be conscious that as the follower steps back for the next rock, they may be coming towards you and you don't want to get yourself nailed on that moment. Measure 4 here, we're going to release the right hand, moving into that side-by-side motion, going and 4, 2, 3. Leader is now into left turn footwork, whereas the follower is just doing simple left turn. Going into measure 5, we have the last double turn for the follower, going into the overhead drape for the leader. Leaders continue to do left turn footwork. Ready? We have and 5, 2, 3. Getting to the small of their back again, bringing the arm over top of us. Measure 6, leader continues left turn footwork. Follower now just has simple left turn through the end of the pattern, going and 6, 2, 3. Measure 7, we release them out. Follower has simple left turn footwork. We go and 7, 2, 3. Measure 8 is just a prep out, and 8, 2, 3, reconnecting back to our sequence from there. Now that we've done that slowly, we want to combine the whole motion in total all the way through. With our partner, we'll take one prep step going into the motion. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, and prep, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, and 3, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and 5, 2, 3, and 6, 2, 3, and 7, 2, 3, and 8, 2, 3. All right, now that we have the sweetheart and straitjacket arranged, we want to put that into the rest of our hustle 2 sequence. So our hustle 2 sequence will start with one prep step, moving into 4 measures of right turn, into alternating turn 3, which is the windowed version of right turn for the leader. Moving into our double turn 3, which will be the underarm duck variation for the follower. After the end of that, we will move into 4 measures of our grapevine stationary rotation. Releasing our partner out, we will then move into the 8 measure sequence for alternating turns 4, which is leader's side pass into the rainbow pass motion, ending with that single arm double turn for the follower and 1 prep step. At the end of that 8 measure motion, we will move into our hip check motion. This will also be an 8 measure sequence. We will bring our partner into the hip check, dancing hip check for 4 measures, getting out with a cross-handed double turn for the follower. And at the end of that sequence, we will have 2 measures of basic right turn to regain our footing before moving into the new sequence, which will be the straitjacket motion for 8 measures again. Once we finish the 8 measures of straitjacket, we'll repeat the whole sequence and continue from there. Now let's take that whole sequence with our partner with the music. Tempo before you go will be, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, and prep. 2, 3, right turn. 2, 3, and 2, and 3, and 4. All 3, and 3, and 4. Double turn 3, and 3, and 4. Grapevine, and 4. All 4. Last one. Double turn, and prep. Hip check. Double turn. Right turn to finish. Straitjacket. Over the head. Pace. Double turn. Left turn. Release. To prep out. So keep working with that material. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us via email or social media, or you can place a comment below. We would be happy to respond. Make sure you like and subscribe. It really does help us out here at this channel. Otherwise, keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.